In the early hours of November 29, 1981, Natalie Wood's body was discovered floating near the yacht Splendor off the coast of Catalina Island. She wore a nightgown, a red jacket, and blue wool socks with bruises that raise more questions than answers. Hollywood's Golden Girl had died in circumstances that could no longer be considered simple misfortune. The young star, famed for roles in Miracle on 34th Street and West Side Story, left a life filled with beauty, fame, and hidden pain. Her death became a haunting puzzle, intertwining secrets, fear, and Hollywood intrigue. Early life, a childhood under pressure. Natalie Wood was born on July 20th, 1938, in San Francisco, California, to Russian immigrant parents. Her family life was marked by financial strain and emotional turbulence. Her father, Nikolai, was gentle yet fragile, often succumbing to alcohol in moments of stress. Her mother, Maria, was ambitious and determined to shape Natalie's path to fame. From a very young age, Natalie's life revolved around auditions, memorizing lines, and performing on cue. Childhood play was replaced by rehearsals and cameras. Her mother's vision left little room for choice. To her mother, stardom wasn't optional, it was destiny, and Natalie was bound to follow it. Early trauma, a fear of water. At the age of 10, Natalie experienced a near-fatal accident during the filming of The Green Promise. A scene involving a collapsing bridge sent her into a rushing stream. The child flailed in the water as the camera kept rolling, and her mother encouraged the director to continue filming. This traumatic incident turned Natalie's fear of water into a lifelong struggle. Pools, oceans, and even small boats became symbols of terror. The irony is stark. Decades later, her body would be found in the very element she feared most. That childhood incident cast a long shadow over her life, shaping both her personal fears and her public persona. Child stardom. A star is born. Natalie's talent shone early. By age 8, she had appeared in Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, instantly becoming a beloved symbol of innocence and hope. The public adored her, and Hollywood recognized her as a child star with immense commercial value. Success followed her through a string of films and television appearances, including The Silver Chalice and The Searchers, as well as shows like The Pride of the Family and GE Theatre. While her on-screen performances displayed charm and emotion behind the scenes, Natalie faced immense pressure. Childhood joy was replaced with a sense of duty, and her experiences would leave emotional scars she carried into adulthood. The shadow behind the spotlight. While Natalie Wood captivated audiences, her personal life was often fraught with challenges. She rarely experienced the freedoms typical of childhood, and her days were dominated by rigorous filming schedules and the demands of her mother. Moments of sadness were hidden behind practiced smiles, and she learned to conceal her trauma in plain view. Even fleeting experiences, like a drunken night with a colleague, revealed signs of deep distress. Unexplained contusions, defensive scratches, and signs of physical restraint emerged later, suggesting hidden struggles. These elements painted a portrait of a life in which public adoration masked private suffering, laying the groundwork for the mystery surrounding her death. Rising stardom and personal struggles. As Natalie transitioned from child star to adult actress, her career soared. She starred in classics such as Rebel Without a Cause, Splendor in the Grass, and West Side Story, earning critical acclaim and 3 Oscar nominations. Despite her professional achievements, her personal life faced turbulence. Marriages that looked perfect on paper often ended in heartbreak. Rumors of jealousy, conflict, and emotional abuse surrounded her relationships. The pressures of Hollywood, coupled with unresolved childhood trauma, intensified her vulnerability. Behind the glamour, Natalie struggled to navigate fame while managing fears and insecurities. Her public persona could never fully conceal the private battles she endured. A night of tragedy. The events of November 28th to 29th, 1981 remain shrouded in mystery. Natalie Wood was aboard the yacht Splendor with her husband Robert Wagner and actor Christopher Walken. Accounts from that night were inconsistent, and witnesses offered conflicting details. Her nightgown, red jacket, and wool socks suggested she left the yacht unexpectedly. Bruises on her body hinted at possible physical confrontation. Investigators later identified patterns of scratches and marks consistent with being restrained. These findings challenged the narrative of a simple accident. What was initially ruled as accidental drowning became increasingly suspicious, raising questions about the human factors involved in her death. The investigation and evidence police investigations into Natalie Wood's death evolved over decades. In 2012, the cause of death was amended to drowning and other undetermined factors. Forensic analysis revealed injuries inconsistent with a mere fall into the water, including defensive scratches and contusions. In 2018, new witness statements and reconstructed timelines led authorities to identify Robert Wagner as a person of interest, though he was never charged. Conflicting testimony from crew members and witnesses complicated the case. Despite extensive media coverage, the truth remained elusive. Investigators faced the challenge of piecing together events from decades-old memories, making Natalie's death a persistent, unsolved mystery in Hollywood history. The role of family Lana Wood, Natalie's sister, became a key figure in preserving the story of Natalie's fears and struggles. For 40 years, Lana insisted her sister's death was not accidental, citing Natalie's fear of water and prior conflicts with Robert Wagner. She shared details of Natalie's apprehension and her potential plans to leave Wagner, emphasizing the dangers she might have faced. Lana's relentless advocacy ensured that authorities re-examined the case and did not dismiss it outright. Her testimony highlighted the importance of family in uncovering hidden truths and emphasized the personal dimensions of Natalie's life, reminding the public that the tragedy extended beyond Hollywood's fascination with celebrity. Hollywood's complicity. Natalie Wood's story illustrates a broader pattern in Hollywood during the mid-20th century. Studios often prioritized profit over the welfare of actors, particularly young women. Child actors were pressured into adult roles, and emotional or physical trauma was frequently overlooked. Natalie's fears, injuries, and personal struggles were rarely acknowledged publicly, and the industry's silence contributed to the mystique surrounding her death. Her case became emblematic of the dangers faced by stars behind the glamorous facade. Hollywood's failure to protect its talent and its readiness to obscure inconvenient truths amplified the tragedy, leaving Natalie Wood suspended between stardom and victimhood. A life of legacy. Despite the mysteries and controversies surrounding her personal life, Natalie Wood's contributions to cinema remain monumental. Her performances bridged childhood innocence and adult complexity, influencing generations of actors. Films such as West Side Story and Splendor in the Grass showcase her emotional depth and range. Her ability to portray fragility and strength simultaneously made her iconic, allowing audiences to connect deeply with her characters. Even amid personal struggles and a tragic death, Natalie Wood left a cultural imprint that endures. She symbolizes both the brilliance and the vulnerability inherent in fame, offering lessons about resilience, artistry, and the cost of stardom. Conclusion: between light and darkness. Natalie Wood's life was defined by contrasts: dazzling success and hidden suffering, public admiration and private fear. Her death remains one of Hollywood's most haunting mysteries, with unanswered questions about what transpired aboard the Splendor. Her story serves as a reminder of the pressures placed upon child stars, the fragility behind fame, and the importance of confronting uncomfortable truths. More than a tragic figure, she was a talented woman who endured hardships few could imagine. Natalie Wood continues to captivate audiences, not only through her films but also through the unresolved enigma of her life and death, forever suspended between light and darkness.